Hi, everybody. My name is Tamara Henna, and I'm going to be leading you through an open level yoga class today in the Hatha style. So in Hatha style yoga, we tend to hold the poses for a longer period of time, whereas in Vinyasa yoga, poses tend to be linked and continuously moved through with the breath. Hatha style is more one pose at a time with relaxation in between. And we also do a lot of pranayama, breathing exercises in this style of yoga in our open format classes. So follow along with me, and I will lead you through a class of relaxation, breathing exercises, some stretching and strengthening poses, and ending with a relaxation. So right now I'm sitting on a yoga block, like so. If you have a rolled up blanket or a towel or a firm cushion, you can sit on that. The idea is to get your hips higher than your knees. So I'm folding one foot in and then the other in front of that. You can also sit in a traditional crossed leg style if that suits you better. You can also sit on your knees, as so, or you can even sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. The most important thing here is that we are getting our knees below our hips and our spine nice and straight and tall. We don't want to be curved over or hunching or trying to sit upright. We want to be able to sit upright very easily. So, come to sitting, resting the hands on the knees. You can have your fingers in Gyan Mudra, which is the forefinger and the thumb touching, resting on the knees. Heart is open, shoulders are relaxed, crown of the head is floating upward, and the outer muscles are relaxing, the shoulders are falling towards the ground. And just begin by bringing your attention to your breath. And you can close your eyes and begin to turn your attention inward. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Letting any worries or tension leave your body with the breath. Now I'd like you to get a small constriction in the throat so that when you exhale, get a little bit of a hissing sound. If you think of it as when you try to fog up a mirror, that is what you want to do with the back of your throat. Only we're going to do it with our mouth closed. Good, and begin to lengthen the exhales. Breathing into a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 4. Exhaling 8. Pressing the air out with the abdomen at the end. Inhale 4. Exhale 8. Again, inhaling 4. Exhaling 8. And release. Good. Taking your hand on your belly now. As you breathe in, I want you to expand your belly as if the air is filling the belly, pushing the hand away, and then exhaling. The belly falls and then presses in at the end to expel all the air. Inhaling 4, belly rises. Exhaling 8, belly falls. Inhaling 4. Exhaling 8. Inhaling 4. Exhaling 8. Very nice. Inhale into the belly. Fill all the chest, all the way up to the throat. Take 2 sips through the mouth at the top. Hold 4. And exhale 8. Pressing the air out at the end. Inhaling into the belly, the chest, all the way to the throat. 2 sips. Hold 8. And exhale 8. Last one, inhaling into the belly, the chest, all the way to the throat. 2 sips. Hold 8. And exhale. And release. Very nice. So that is a full yogic breath. Breathing into the lower lobes of the lungs, to the middle, all the way to the top, and then taking 2 final sips, expanding the lungs as much as possible. And exhaling. It will help to stretch and strengthen your lungs, which is very important at this time. So let's move into alternate nostril breathing. So you're going to take your right hand. It's going to, you remember that you're mirroring me, so you're going to be using your other hand. Your right hand, index finger and middle finger are coming down so that your thumb and your ring finger are free. You're going to place your thumb on the right nostril, closing the nostril. So it's more just covering the top. Try not to let it turn your head or to alter your spine in any way. The ring finger is going to cover the left nostril. And then sometimes we're going to be closing both and holding the breath. So we're going to be breathing in one nostril, holding, breathing out the other nostril, and then reversing. So I'm going to talk you through it. First, we're going to inhale into both nostrils. Close the thumb. Exhale 8. Inhale, same side. Close both and hold 8. Open the thumb. Exhale 8. Inhale, same side. Close both and hold 8. Open the finger. Exhale. Inhale, same side. Close both and hold. Open the thumb, exhale. Inhale. Close both and hold. Open the finger, exhale. Inhale, same side. Close both and hold. Open the thumb, exhale. Inhale. Close both and hold. Open the finger, exhale. And release. Closing your eyes and sitting very still. And slowly opening the eyes. Very nice. Coming down off the block and coming up to stand. Coming to the top of your mat. Facing the short end of the mat, we're going to do some lunges. So stand with your feet hip width apart, tailbone is dropping down, heart is open, neck is long. Inhale, bring your arms over your head. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer. Inhale, take the arms over the head. Exhale, forward fold. Don't force anything here. You can have your knees slightly bent. This is more a stretch for the back body than the backs of the legs. So the legs can be slightly bent. Let your body hang. Breathing evenly. Take your elbows in either hand. And stretch one elbow down and the other. Very gently. Relax the chin to the chest. Release the elbows. And you might need to bend your knees here. We're still warming up. I'm landing on tented fingers to get myself some support. I'm going to take my right leg back. I'm going to shoot it way back to the end of the mat until my knee is directly over my ankle. If you're like this, that means you need to come back more. Then I'm going to drop the back knee. The front knee is directly over the ankle. Good. Coming up, elbows on the knee. Coming up, hands to the hips. Very nice. And we're going to straighten and bend in the front knee. never allowing the knee to come forward of the ankle. If this back knee has any discomfort, you can place a blanket underneath or a towel, anything that you can cushion the knee a little bit. Good. Forward and back. Good. Come to the forward position with the left knee over the ankle. I'm going to take my hand on my sacrum and take my other arm forward and up. Reach the heart upward. Keeping the lower back a little bit long. I like to put my hand on the sacrum here so that it doesn't pop up. Good. And coming out, take your right arm, cross it over the left thigh, hands in prayer, and twist. Keeping the neck in line with the spine. Go to the breath. And slowly unwind. Take your hands down on either side of your foot. Nice support, tented fingers. Come up onto the back toe, inch your leg in a little bit, and then step forward, back into our forward fold. You might want to come up a little bit and reset yourself. The knees can still be a little bent, although it's easier to keep them straight now. Good. Bending the knees, taking the arms down, this time taking the left leg all the way back. Dropping the knee. The right knee is directly over the ankle. Elbows on the thigh. Hands to the hip. Coming forward and back. Opening that front thigh. Coming to the forward point, knee is over the ankle, right hand is on the sacrum. Take the left arm forward and up. The heart forward and up. Go to the breath. And release slightly. Take the left arm, crossing the right leg. Prayer position with the hands. Press the hands together and twist. And slowly releasing, taking the hands down. Nice tented fingers. Come up on the back leg. Walk that leg in slightly and step it forward. Straightening the knees this time. Folding forward. Bending the knees. And slowly rolling all the way up to stand. Good, and come to lying on your back. Short relaxation. Heels on either side of the mat. Palms are up, hands away from the body. Eyes are closed. And just let everything go. And coming back into your body, wiggling the fingers and toes, rolling your wrists and ankles, and opening the eyes. Ready to move on to our bridge pose. So if you're like me and you have your hair back, you're going to want to pull whatever you have holding your hair away from your neck so that you can lay comfortably on your back with nothing underneath your neck. We're going to do bridge pose, Setu Bandhasan. So I'm going to take my feet up, hip width apart, just underneath my sit bones. And if I have my hands flat here, I should be able to barely just touch my heels with my fingertips. My feet are about 8 inches apart. Hands by your sides. And you're going to press into your feet, lift the pelvis up, keep lifting, reach your heart past your head. Using your hamstrings, the back of your thighs, press into the ground. Your head should be looking upward, the neck should be relaxed. I'm not trying to lengthen my chin or tuck my chin. Now I'm going to take my hands, clasp them behind my back, and bring my shoulders together, walking to the outsides of the shoulders. So here you want to make sure that your knees are directly over your ankles, that they're not coming out or falling in or anything like that. You will feel a little bit of work on the inner thighs. Go to the breath. Good, and release the hands. And slowly roll yourself down one vertebra at a time. All the way on your back. Rest here for a moment. Good, we're going to do this pose one more time. So the feet just a little bit away from your fingertips. Pressing into the feet, lifting the pelvis, clasping the hands, bringing the shoulders onto your back, walking from each side, very gently. Keep the neck relaxed. And release the hands and roll down one vertebra at a time. Take the knees into the chest. Hug your knees. If you have issues with your knees, you can also do this. You want to get those knees close to the chest. You're going to take your nose and squeeze them towards your knees. Squeeze your body into a tight ball. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And release all at once. Lengthen the legs. And let everything go. Wiggling the fingers and the toes. Rolling yourself now completely onto one side. Press yourself up sideways to sit. Come to sitting all the way on your sit bones with your legs extended. We're going to do Paschimottanasana, forward fold. So the toes are together, the heels are flexed. I'm all the way up on my sit bones, so I like to take the flesh out from underneath me towards the back so that I can really get up on my sit bones nice and tall. Inhale, take the arms over the head. Exhale, reach the heart towards the feet and dive down. Take your ankles, take your toes, whichever you can, even your shins. This is fine too. This is more of a stretch for the back. So you want to feel your back and your spine lengthening. Release your chin towards your chest. And go to the breath. Coming up halfway, inhale, lengthening the spine, exhale, forward. If you're feeling this more in the back of your legs than your back, you can bend your knees slightly. You can even take your hands under your knees if you like, and get a little bit more stretch in your back. Relax the shoulders down. Keep the toes together, don't let them fall out. And release the hands and roll yourself up. Take a breath here. And come to laying on your stomach. Make a pillow with your hands. Turn your head to the side. Resting your cheek on your hands. Big toes are touching and the heels are separated and falling outward. So you have a little bit of an inward turn in your leg. That's opening up your low back. And rest here. Good, we're going to move into Cobra Pose now, so let me demonstrate. In Cobra Pose, I'm lying with my forehead on the mat. My entire foot is together and pointed. My hands are underneath my shoulders. Hands are nice and bright, nice and flat, and my elbows are in. So you really want to have your elbows touching your sides if you can here. You want to keep them in line with your wrist. Don't let them pop out. My shoulders are away from the ears, and I'm going to lengthen my spine by lengthening the crown of my head. I'm going to look up, then I'm going to reach my heart forward, and then my heart is going to lift. So here I can actually take my hands off the mat, and I'm using my core strength to hold me up. My feet are together and pressing in the mat. You don't want to let your feet lift, pressing down. And then you're going to slowly roll down. Okay, here we go. So forehead is on the mat. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Lengthen out the crown of your head. Look up. Reach your heart forward and up using your upper back strength before you get to your lower back muscles. Make sure that you're using your back evenly. Lift your hands to make sure you're not pushing yourself up. Replace your hands and slowly roll down one vertebra at a time. Make a pillow with your hands. Turn your head the opposite direction and rest. Allow your feet to fall out. And you can move your pelvis from side to side just to relax the low back. Good, and then coming to into Cobra one more time. Place the forehead on the mat, hands underneath the shoulders, elbows on the sides, feet are together, heels are together, pressing the heels down, reach the crown of the head forward, look up, reach the heart forward and up, rolling up, lifting the hands, breathing. And replace the hands and slowly roll yourself down. Come to all fours, take your knees in, sitting all the way back on the heels, coming to child's pose. Rest the forehead on the mat. Hands are by your sides, palms up, and relax. And very slowly roll yourself up. Come to sitting on the heels. And come to sitting on the sit bones. Very nice. Good. We're going to come into a twist now. So this is Ardha Matsyendrasana. We're going to do the simple version today. So we're sitting all the way up on the sit bones. I'm going to take my right foot up. Foot is flat on the mat. And then I'm going to take my right foot over the opposite leg, keeping the knee up. I'm going to keep this leg out here and flex the heels. You're going to take your left arm, wrap it around the leg so that I'm turning into the opposite leg. My right leg is up and I'm turning towards my right. I'm going to take my right hand behind me like a second spine, lifting my body nice and upright. Both my sit bones are on the ground. I'm going to inhale, lengthen my spine, and exhale into the twist. Looking over the shoulder. And slowly unwind, release, and extend the leg. Very good. The other side, bringing the left foot up. Foot is flat on the ground. Taking it over the right leg. Taking the right arm. Hugging that knee towards me. Take your left arm behind you. And lengthen yourself. Use that arm like a second spine to lengthen your spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale into the twist. Go to the breath. And slowly unwind. Lengthen the leg and come to lying on your back. Extend the legs, heels as wide as the mat. Palms facing up. Letting everything go. And coming back into the body. Wiggling the fingers and the toes. And rolling yourself onto one side. Press yourself up to sit. And then coming up to stand. Good, we're going to do a couple strengthening poses now, standing poses. So we're going to start with Warrior One. So Warrior One, we're going to take our right foot, place it in the front right corner of our mat. The other leg is going to come back and on the opposite side of the mat, so that I have a little bit of a wide stance here. I'm not trying to line up my legs. I want them to be wide enough that I can be really stable in this position. So again, right foot is in front, left foot is on the other side of the mat, and my foot is at a 45-degree angle. Make sure that the back arch, the back edge of your foot is pressing down on the mat. You don't want it to come up like this. Press it back, and you want to square your hips to the front as much as you can. Don't force anything, but that's what you want to get. Square the hips to the front of the mat, press that outer heel down, bend into the front leg. Now make sure that the knee doesn't go over the front foot. If you need to widen your stance a little bit, you can. Find that place that you can be stable. Your knee is over your ankle. You're going to reach forward and up. Bend into that front knee. Lift the heart. Go to the breath. And slowly release. Taking your feet together and changing sides. Left leg, left foot is at the front left corner of the mat. Right foot is on the opposite side of the mat at a 45-degree angle. The back arch is pressing down, squaring the hips as much as you can without forcing. Taking the knee to a bent position directly over the ankle. Take your arms down, forward. Lift the heart as you lift the hands. Go to the breath. And slowly release. And come to center. Very nice. Facing the long part of our mat now, or facing the front with your feet shoulder width apart. We're going to do triangle pose. This is a standing side bend. So this is one of the few poses where we get sideways into our spine. You're going to take your hands together in prayer position and take them over your head. Keep them in prayer. I know they came off the screen for me. Shoulders are down. Lengthen the crown of the head up, lengthening the spine and bending to one side, bending at the waist. So notice that my hips did not kick out here. I want to keep my weight even on both feet. You might also think about coming slightly forward of your side so that you don't get an extra curve in your low back. Now, whatever side you're going to push through that same leg to push yourself up. Again, shoulders down. Inhale, lengthen out the crown of your head and bend. Weight is even on both feet. And whatever side you're leaning to, push through that same foot to bring yourself up. And release the hands. Very nice. Let's challenge ourselves a little bit with some balancing poses. So we're going to do tree, Vrikshasana. So for tree pose, you're going to first, whenever you want to plant a tree, you have to dig a hole. So you want a very strong, stable surface. For this, I actually like to stand on the bare floor because then I don't get the gushy mat to move around a little bit. Pointing my foot slightly, going to dig a hole with the ball of my foot. And then I'm going to commit my weight to that foot, place the whole foot down on the ground. Pelvis upright, shift your entire pelvis over that foot until all your weight is there. My back leg now is on the toe, just down for balance. My tailbone is dropping away. My ribs are connecting down. My heart is open. And when I feel balanced there, I'm going to lift the back foot without too much bending. I'm trying to get that foot onto the thigh. Now, if you can't get that foot that high, that's fine. Have it below the knee, but do not put your foot on the knee. You either want it below or you want it completely above. One or the other. Open the knee to this side. Press the foot into the thigh and the thigh into the foot. If your foot is below the knee, same thing. You're using your inner thighs, pressing them together to give you balance. Take your palms, press them together in prayer position. And then slowly grow your tree if you can. If you're fine there, you can stay there. Otherwise, you can take the hands over the head. You can even take them apart. So I have a nice mudra here that I like to do. I'll put my hands down so you can see them. And slowly release. Very nice. Other side. Find the hole that you want to plant your tree. Dig the hole. Commit the sole of the foot to the ground. All the weight onto that foot. Let the other toe come up. It's resting there for balance. Your pelvis is upright, completely over the opposite leg. Rib cage is connected down. Heart is open. Take the other leg up and place it on the lower leg, or you can lift it to the thigh. Open the knee. Press the foot into the thigh and the thigh into the foot. Hands in prayer. You can press the hands together. It'll help you find your center. If you're good there, you can stay there. If you want to challenge yourself more, take the hands over the head. You can also separate the hands. Find a focal point and look at it. And slowly release yourself down. Nice. We're going to do one last pose. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Take your feet together, toes and heels touching. And really spread your toes a little bit so you can get a nice grounding into the floor. Squeeze the inner thighs together, drop the tail down. Take the hands together so that if you look down in between the palms, there's a little almond shape opening between the palms. Take the hands to the center, thumbs onto the forehead, and then going straight up from there, extend the arms. And now slowly move your gaze one step at a time. So you might want to raise your eyes about 8 inches, and then another 8 inches, and another, until you can look into that almond shape between your hands. Holding for only 1 minute. And slowly lowering the hands. Very nice, everybody. Final relaxation now. So I'm going to talk you into it, and then I'm going to sit up and mark time. Come to lying on your back. Heels as wide as the mat, toes falling away. Palms facing up with your hands away from the hips. Relax the shoulders. Close your eyes. We're going to be here for at least 8 minutes. So really take this time to let everything go. Closing your eyes. Scanning the body for any tension. So often in our lives, we're so busy. We're constantly thinking about what we need to do later or the next day. It's very important that we give our bodies time to rest, to really recuperate. And it's something that we have to practice, to really just practice letting go. So during these relaxation times, I really want you to think of this as a pose, which it is. It's called Shavasana. And this is a very important pose. It's not a pose you want to skip. Just because it doesn't seem to be working our muscles doesn't mean that it's not working for us. So listen to my voice, and I'm going to guide you through a short relaxation. And then I'm just going to give you some time to absorb the benefits of that relaxation. Relaxing the feet. My feet are relaxed. Relaxing the knees. My knees are relaxed. Relaxing the hips. My hips are relaxed. Relaxing the belly and the waist. My belly, my waist are relaxed. Relaxing the chest and the shoulders. My chest, my shoulders are relaxed. Relaxing the arms and the hands. My arms, my hands are relaxed. Relaxing the head and the neck. My neck, my head are relaxed. Relaxing my face, my jaw, and my brow. My face, my jaw, my brow is relaxed. Letting everything go, resting in Shavasana. Slowly coming back into your body. Wiggling your fingers and toes. Rolling your wrists, rolling the ankles. Take your arms over your head. Take a nice deep stretch. Inhale and exhale with some sound. Stretching your body to one side and the other. And rolling yourself onto your side. Press yourself up to sit. Thank you so much for coming today and sharing your practice. I look forward to seeing you next time. I'll be here for a few weeks in a row, so please come by. Thank you again. Namaste.